know you're probably looking at me like, girl, I know you did. And I did. And I'm gonna show you everything. And we about to get into it. I'm gonna take you back to the beginning because I still don't really understand. This used to be a flawless install using Erica J's Hold Me Down Lace Adhesive. And this unit, you want all the details, catch this slate and check the link in the description box. But you guys need a raw first impression. You guys need to see exactly how I'm feeling after 10 days of having this unit on. So let's get into the theatrics. Girl, this wig is tired. 10 days after I installed this unit, and this is what it looks like. As you can see, it's still stuck. One thing that glue gonna glue. One thing that glue gonna do is stick. It's stuck, but very crispy. A little snow coming through. Okay, a little itchy. Y'all know I'm drama, so give me a thumbs up for all of the theatrics. An Oscar will do too. But for this specific removal, you definitely want to use Erica J's Laid Off Adhesive Remover. It comes with a spray nozzle. It does have a fragrance. Please don't skip the skin test. You're gonna see why it's important later in this video. And if you're doing this at a time where you're rushing and trying to just get it done, you're already starting off on the wrong foot. But before I get started, I wanted to clip the hair away. It's a mess, it's in distress. And I'm gonna also apply an elastic band and position it just before the lace front edge, just to keep the product from getting into my eyes. If you have a sweatband, you can also use that. Now with just a few sprays, I noticed that the fragrance in this product is particularly strong for me because I'm sensitive to fragrance, which is why I'm always doing a skin test. After several sprays, the lace isn't lifting. And this is very different than what I'm accustomed to. And this is very different from Erica J's actual tutorial on how to remove the units and the glue. I'm accustomed to the lace beginning to lift almost instantly, and while the lace front edge lifts ever so slightly, I'm not comfortable enough to begin peeling this lace off of my skin. I wanted to take it a step further, and I wanted to use this silicone scrubber. It has small tiny feet, which will help me to further agitate the surface of the lace and distribute the product. As you guessed, you're definitely going to lift the makeup off the surface of the lace, so don't be surprised if you see a little bit of color. That's your makeup, sis. That's your concealer, the foundation, whatever you used, or even a lace tint if that's present. I watched Erica J's lace removal video and her results were very different from mine. It's sort of like the lace just came up instantly. But that wasn't my ministry. That wasn't my story. You guys can see I'm tugging and she's stuck. As far as efficacy, how effective this lace glue is, it's strong. It's very strong. I used 3 layers, so I knew I was going to have to deal with a little bit of a fight. But honey, this is a full-blown tussle. Y'all probably got your cameras out because I am not winning this fight, okay? But fortunately, after several minutes, I start to see a little bit of give in the lace and it's lifting. So I'm happy to see that, but I'm not gonna keep pulling to the point where I create so much tension that I run the risk of pulling my hair out. Some of y'all like to really grab and just straight rip the lace off your skin, and I'm not doing that. Anytime I feel resistance, what I'm going to do is add more of the adhesive remover, and I'm going to begin to massage it further into those areas. Now keep in mind, this entire process from start to finish took me approximately an hour, maybe even slightly more, and that's true tea. Because the bottle does recommend that you allow it to set while you massage it for 5 to 7 minutes. And the sides are starting to lift ever so slightly, but again, it's very stubborn in those particular areas. Now I'm going to carry on. I'm going to continue massaging the product in, but I will say for this entire process, I used about 1/3 of the bottle. How cost effective is that? Again, for the price, the cost per use, that's something for you all to decipher. But I noticed the silicone scrubber wasn't performing the way that I wanted. It actually started to bend all out of place. Now I see a little bit more lift in the lace. And again, I'm gonna massage as best as I can. But I decided let's try to expedite this process. Let's get a shower cap. Y'all know the vibes, okay? I was onto something. This will start to generate a little bit of heat. Maybe that will further activate the product. And I can get the release that I'm looking for without feeling as if I'm ripping my hair out in the process. And I added this elastic band, sis. You know, I had a plan, okay? I just needed a platform. Like, I wanted this elastic band to just allow the product to sink further into the lace. But you know what? The honest truth is you need steam. I have this facial atomizer. It comes with a hooded attachment. I'll have it linked in the description box, but this is actually what you need and what you should use when you start this process. And the great thing about this is you can direct this steam on specific areas of the lace and your skin surface. And so what this is doing is it's adding moisture. It's adding a bit of hydration, and this is going to, one, soften the hair, soften the lace, soften the glue, making it easier to remove. And I'm all about ease and comfort. I'm thinking about beginners. I'm thinking about people who like to rush the process. They aren't patient and they just want to get it off. Yeah, if that's you, start with steam. This is going to be your saving grace. But again, you still want to go in and massage even in the presence of the steam. Just because you have a little bit of moisture, it doesn't mean you just want to rip the wig off. Take your time, massage the areas of the lace. I'm starting to see a little miracle. She's coming. She's finally lifting, okay? Now I want to caution you, as you are pulling the wig and pulling on the lace, you're typically pulling backward, but you want to counteract that movement. So you want to use your fingers and massage and allow your fingers to hold the stocking cap in place. You don't want to lift the stocking cap as you are lifting the lace. That can create tension because, again, there's not enough moisture on the cap itself. So you may run the risk of also pulling out your hair. So you want to be careful. But at this point, I'm super excited because finally this wig is coming off. It was a long time coming, sis, okay? Probably about 10 minutes with the steam. But that's okay, because you know what? It all worked out. But pay attention to this section of the video so you can see how I am maneuvering my fingers as I pull the lace backward, because I want to keep that bald cap in place and deal with that on its own. I don't want to pull the lace edge and the bald cap at the same time. Now at this point, basically the lace of the unit is pretty much removed. But now the stocking cap is lifting because we've added moisture, that hydration, that steam, that heat. I'm actually going to take this time and pull the stocking cap forward, spraying a little bit more of the product and using that scrubber very gently. This allows the cap to like roll off, and then you can use scissors to cut it away. But again, in those more stubborn areas on the side, take your time. But girl, I look so crazy. Oh my God. And you definitely want to follow up afterwards using shampoo for this removal process. It helps to break down the glue. It helps to remove it from the hairline. There are going to be small, tiny clumps, but the steam helped us to break down the glue so it'll literally roll off of your hair or your skin. You can also massage the shampoo into your hairline in the presence of the steam, which I highly recommend. Again, softening the hair and making it easier to remove any residual glue. But you want to get into the shower and fully cleanse your hairline and remove any remaining product. Do not just do this process and not shampoo it completely. Don't skip this step. Keep the steam flowing. You want to allow the steam to soften your hair to help you get those little globs of glue or lace adhesive out. And you need to wash your hair after this process. Like, would I do this again? I am not certain. And that is the 110% truth. The lace removals in the past were so much easier. But after you go in to wash and remove the shampoo as well as any remaining glue, the next best thing to do is to use a toner. And so this balances the skin. Again, I did experience a bit of irritation. I found that there were small bumps on my forehead. Using this to just counteract or remove any of that product. And then I followed up with some Neosporin, a little bit of oil to pre-treat my hair, because you need to have your wash day after this. If you think that you could just remove the wig and go on about your day and go on to your next install, I do not recommend that. Wash your hair, sis. But definitely meet me in the comments. Like, would you do anything different? Now, if you enjoyed this removal video, definitely give me a thumbs up. Okay, kiki with me in the comments and share this with your homeboys and your homegirls, because they really need this, okay?